Okay, judges, we saw a little bit rough around the edges, but some raw talent from the Launchpad. Meeting Burner was cloud-based meeting software. Explorience was real-world virtual reality, holodeck. No, that was Tourist, rather. Explorience was, how would we describe that best?
A gamification of exercise or something?
Gamification of exercise, game mechanics for exercise. Nandy Mobile doing complaining online by SMS and talking to brands, I guess, and small businesses. Brand Yourself, fixing your search engine results page in a non-douchey way. And Pen.io, instant publishing. Which one was your favorite? And why? Anyone?
Personally, I like the meeting. I mean, we use a lot of GoToMeeting, WebEx. They never work well. They're very difficult to coordinate the invites. It looked very simple. It is on the wrong platform, but it looked like a very simple, easy to use application that I'm going to go home and try it out myself tonight.
Awesome. Aaron, you have a favorite? Or two?
3D technology, if they get the Paint the World with the iPhone to work, is pretty badass.
Yeah.
With the $6,000, $5,000, $3,000 camera, more complicated, iPhone, that will create tons of awesome content, and people will do cool stuff with it. So,
awesome. Jeff, what did you like?
I like the meeting application as well. We use a lot of GoToMeeting, and it is painfully slow sometimes. I mean, it can take 5–10 minutes to get those set up. So.
Awesome. Andrew, you have a favorite?
Yeah, actually, I liked Gripeline. I mean, it's very low tech for the people in this room, but I thought it had worldwide capabilities for a lot of underdeveloped countries, so I really liked that. And then for me, it was sort of a toss-up for second place between Brand Yourself and The Tourist.
Awesome.
I liked both of those.
Yeah, awesome. Ted?
Well, now that I figured out the use case of Pen.io, I think it's interesting. I think a way to, you mix it with a URL shortener, I guess it already sort of has one. You could almost have a private message within a tweet or a Facebook post.
Yeah, a great way to WikiLeaks something as well. Just anonymously publish something in 3 seconds before the general gets back to your desk in the military base. Chris Sacca, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think you have to, I love Pen.io and I love Gripeline, both because they're just not overly complicated. They've taken stuff that so many of us take for granted. Instead of building something that's too feature-rich, too bloated, too heavy, they use existing ubiquitous, frictionless technologies to make cool shit happen. And I think when you empower users in that way, awesome stuff results. So.
All right. Well said. Dave?
Pen.io for sure. I love anything simple. I also just think it's great that it's beautiful and the pages look like book pages. And then the Gripeline as well. I thought SMS is brilliant.
Okay, so looking across the 2 sessions, remember in session 3 we had Audio Micro, Graphite, Junar, New Air, Open Space, and then in this next session we had Meeting Burner, Explorience, Tourist, Nandy Mobile doing Gripeline, Brand Yourself, and Pen.io. Do you have a favorite? If there was one you could own shares in, if you could own 1% of any of these companies, which one would you most want to own equity in? Which is your favorite across the 2? Take a moment. We'll play the Jeopardy music while you do. Okay.
Wait, can't we just give a convertible note for $150,000 to all of them?
Right. Well, I thought you were doing that already. Yes. For all 46 companies we're going to have on stage. Okay.
Well, the one that I was the giddy teenage girl was New Air. I saw it and I said, that's something I could use immediately. I could see a lot of people using that immediately. I think they do have to work on distribution and how they're going to package it up and actually get to, whether it's through their app or other app developers. But I was very excited by that technology.
Awesome. Absolute favorite across the 2 sessions. Dave, Chris?
Well, I didn't mention it, but I mean, as far as owning stock, if you could get the publishing right with Tourist and own that the format, you'd be the first one out there and thousands and thousands of people creating content, and that would be, I think, a pretty valuable library.
Awesome. Chris, your absolute favorite across the 2 sessions?
I mean, look, the nature of an angel investor, an early stage investor, is to play the field, man. It's
Right.
to index the shit. So it's hard for me to
You
narrow
can't
down.
punt. I mean, there's 11 choices here. Are you telling me when you see 11, you see 11 deals a week? Do you do all
I mean, look,
11?
this is why it took me so long to get engaged, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I really like the simplicity and potential of Pen.io,
Okay.
but I'm going to download Tooth Tag immediately.
All right. So Tooth Tag and Pen.io. If you had to pick one.
Dude, you got everything you're going to get out of me.
All right, Dave.
Like,
Dave, pick one. Pick one.
Pen.io.
All right, Pen.io.
Yeah, I really liked New Era as well, but Gripeline was talking to me. I mean, I typically, as an angel investor, I don't typically invest internationally, but there was something about the solution that I really, really liked, and I would encourage them to work.
Yeah,
to
elegantly
launch that.
simple. Yeah. David, you already talked about your schoolgirl crush. Aaron?
I think the New Era is going to just spark a lot of really awesome ideas and products and new companies and all sorts of things. I think that's really cool. Gripeline, beyond just customer care, governments, emergencies, earthquakes, lots of cool stuff with just better SMS back and forth.
Jeff?
I think I'm going to stick with graphite. It's the clearest business need that I see on a day-to-day basis. So.
Awesome. We're going to take a 10-minute break. The grand jury is going to come up. We're going to see the final 6 companies. Then we're going to get drinks, and the grand jury is going to vote. And by about 6 o'clock, I think at 6 o'clock, we're going to give the awards. So stick around.